So the morning Ovidio was captured, I thought they had captured someone else, not Ovidio, right? So I kind of like disregarded a bunch of messages I was getting from my sources in Culiacan, until I heard one of the walkies.
Why did you doubt it was him?
Because I didn't think that the Mexican government will go again and face another Culiacanazo, another, like mayhem like the last time they did in 2019. I was like, they have to be smarter than that, right? They're going to capture him when he's going to try to fly out to Europe or, like to other places in Mexico. They're going to capture him in a plane arriving to Cancun or some stuff like that. But not like that, not in his own town again,
Right. Can you play this, Austin?
That's the entrance to Jesus Maria. It's all riddled with bullet holes. I was writing with a local contact that he's the one driving. He's part of the organization. He's really well connected. And the guy in the back is a local photojournalist that I wanted to take with me, because I thought that it was not going to be, like the best idea to ride only with a member of the...
And how long ago did you record this?
This was the 12th of January.
So this was like 10 days.
10 days ago. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's his house. That's like his main...
And only
gate.
10 days after he was taken from there.
Yeah,
after
exactly.
the shootout.
Yeah. Yeah, that was very recent.
So what gave you, how did you know it was going to be safe to go there?
Because I thought, honestly, that was a bit dumb by me. I was, what I thought is all right, so I need to go and talk to people. My main goal was to talk with neighbors to learn what happened, and because I started hearing rumors about, a lot of people disappearing, a lot of young kids getting hit by the military bullets and all that shit. So I was I need to go and report on that. But I thought I was gonna see a bunch of military.
What are we seeing right now? What is all this shit on fire?
That's the night he was captured. That's what his people do. That's a Mexican government firing down the whole town of Jesus Maria
from helicopters.
From helicopters, man.
Good God.
Yeah, that's I mean, they went full in.
Go back to the part where the building's on fire.
The operation lasted 10 hours of nonstop of firearms. His soldiers, the henchmen of the Sinaloa cartel, started putting fires all over the city.
Oh, the cartel henchmen started doing that.
Exactly. To block the government from getting more people to the town of Jesus Maria. So dude, it was crazy because
but why fire all these civilians?
The government just didn't give a shit, man. They started firing all over the town, and that's the thing. I'm getting a lot of hate mail from people saying that vouching for the Sinaloa cartel. And honestly, why would I vouch for the Sinaloa cartel? It's just dude, if the U.S. government will be doing that kind of stuff in a small town in Texas or in Florida, wherever, people will lose it. It was why the fuck will you fire all over a town?
Right.
Not only a house, especially if your target was already out of there, right? I mean, they got him out within the 10 minutes of the operation.
So this was way after they got him out.
Yeah. That was way out.
What the fuck,
yeah.
man?
That was crazy.
What is the Mexican government's response to all this?
Nothing. Silence. They're not saying anything. They said that what they said is that they killed 29 sicarios of the Sinaloa cartel, but that it was a clean operation. And I was like, dude, this was everything but clean. This doesn't look like a clean operation.
Yeah.
It's until I got there. That's the road to Ovidio's house, and those are his lawyers. And
is it right there?
And his mom, that's not his mom. His mom was, I mean, you cannot see Griselda Lopez.
Go a little farther.
But she was there. So when I jumped out of the car and saw that there were no government, no Mexican military, only 2 attorneys and Griselda Lopez, who is also flagged by the U.S. Department of Treasury for being part of the Sinaloa cartel, and is the mother of Ovidio. I was like, okay, this could go very wrong. Like from this on, we need to be like super careful because this definitely can go absolutely wrong.
I would imagine if they really just wanted to capture him, they would do some sort of like super surgical, tactical, like in and out kidnapping, not make it this giant fucking gunfight.
And I think that's what they did on the first 10 minutes that they got him, because they even sent out parachuters that landed inside, like
Paratroopers.
yes, behind those gates in the middle of the night. They arrived there and they managed to go inside the house. They blew the whole doorknob, went inside. They already knew where the Ovidio's room was.
They knew the layout of the house.
Yeah, exactly. So they went in to the right, boom, hands on Ovidio. He of course thought of like, I have my whole family here, my mom and my daughters.
So he just like went.
So he's like, yeah, let's go. They took him outside from a back door, put him on a chopper. He was out within 10 minutes of the operation.
Wow, up into a fucking helicopter.
Helicopter.
Way, bro.
But his people kept fighting, and I mean that's the thing. Like the government should have just fucking left. You know, it's like, let's not keep fighting. You know, let's just fucking go. But they stayed and they you know, like they kept fighting for 10 fucking hours, and that's crazy. That doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
He was already out.
Sense. If they had him out, why? What's the purpose of fucking shooting up, wasting all those bullets and shooting up all those innocent people's houses and lighting all this shit on fire?
They shot a 12 years old teenager that was walking to get tortillas to have some breakfast. They shot him. He's struggling for his life right now. But it's crazy because there was like no government whatsoever, no Mexican military, no police around, no one. It was like completely abandoned. And then I broke in. That's me walking inside the front porch.
And you can tell, as if you turn the volume up a little bit, you can tell like by the tone of your voice that your heart rate is spiked.
Dude, I was with with a rush of adrenaline.
Looted.
Yes, absolutely. Rolex gone. Stop. Look at that. He had a bunch of like boxes with watches, jewelry, you know, like rings. That shit, I mean, I'm pretty sure that the soldiers that took that stuff are already trying to get rid of it, you know, like trying to sell it. One of the neighbors told me that the soldiers walked out of Ovidio's house with the pillow bags, with a pillowcase, packed with shit they stole from inside. They were putting that like inside the pickup trucks. That's gonna be a huge problem for the Mexican government within the next months, man. As soon as the attorneys put like, I guess, a list of everything that is missing from his house and all that stuff, and as soon as one of those watches pops up, you know, in a market or with someone, that's going to be a huge problem. So I didn't see that tunnel when I walked in, but as I was coming out, I went to a corner trying to hide from, because I already heard the bikes, the motorcycles of the sicarios that we met entering the town.
Oh, shit.
So I could hear the motorcycles like circling around the house. And then my friend outside, he told me like, hey man, like, agachate, you know, like lay low. And I was like, what? And he was like, no, stop right there. They're outside. And then he turned and started talking to them. And I was like, shit, man, they already talking to these guys.
These guys are sicarios? So they work?
That guy was a photographer. The other guy who worked for the organization, he oversees sort of like the financial things of one of the factions of the Sinaloa cartel.
Okay.
But he left and went inside his car. He was like, fuck it, this is too crazy. He went inside his car. And my friend, the photographer, was just like watching over me. And he's like, hide. And then he started like, no, we're just here taking photos, you know, like of what happened.
Right.
And I was like, fuck, man, they're already outside.
So this was just a tunnel that was like hidden under a drain or something?
Exactly. It was made to be seen as a drain, or as a water sewage system or something like that.
And this is for this kind of situation.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And where does the tunnel go?
I had no clue, man. I literally just saw that as I was coming out, and you could see that you could get, like, you had to jump in, and then it had like a stair, like a ladder, and then it went to like it looked like it went like inside the house, back again, at least on that direction.
Right.
So I don't know if that was going like under the house, or I have
Maybe
no
it's like a neighboring house or something.
Yeah, very probably.
Wow, man.
I didn't have much
So,
time to look into.
You said in the video that you weren't afraid of being killed in this moment.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, not because I wasn't afraid of being killed, but because I didn't think that was like a real possibility. Because I thought like these guys don't want more heat, right? They are already facing a lot of like government. They took a video, a lot of like the military members are around. And if I get killed, they're going to get a bunch more attention, like probably even from the US, saying like they killed a reporter that was
US
on
reporter.
duty. Yeah, exactly. Obviously they can. I mean,
right.
But I think
it wouldn't be like a obvious thing that they would want to
do. Because they will have to ask for permission, like authorization from their bosses, and probably one man high up will be like, nah, man, let's not bring that hit. But what I was afraid of is to be taken into prison in Culiacan by his attorneys. I was like, dude, if the sicarios grab me, hold me here until the attorneys get back, and then they charge me for entering or for whatever they want.
Something stupid.
Exactly.
Something small.
They have enough resources to keep paying to keep me inside jail for like forever. My dad and my family, they have a law firm in Mexico. They are attorneys as well. But in this case, I mean, we don't have like that many resources to pay my way out.
Yeah.
These guys have every single resource they want to keep me inside jail. And I guess I'd rather be killed than kept in a prison inside.
What would happen if you went to what prison would you go to?
I guess I will have to go first into Culiacan's prison. Yeah. So imagine that, like being surrounded by Ovidio's henchmen inside prison, inside jail, and them knowing that I broke in his house or whatever. And then his attorney is paying every single judge and prison cell to make a living hell for me inside that prison. I was like, fuck, man. I mean, I don't want to face prison here. I need to get out.